As Christianity expanded, the church absorbed and reframed many of the pagan rites. To reclaim control over spiritual celebrations, it instituted All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows' Day, on November 1st, to honor saints and martyrs. Thus, October 31st became All Hallows' Eve, later shortened to Halloween.
According to the Akashic Records, what is the true history of Halloween, also known as All Hallows' Eve? Please give us a total breakdown.
According to the Akashic Records, Halloween, or All Hallows' Eve, is far more than a modern celebration of costumes and candy. It is an ancient portal rooted in sacred cosmic cycles, ancestral remembrance, and the thinning of veils between dimensions. Here's a full breakdown of its true multi-dimensional history. 1. The original purpose, a cosmic veil thinning. All Hallows' Eve marks a powerful moment in Earth's seasonal energy when the veil between worlds, physical and spiritual, seen and unseen, is naturally at its thinnest. This window was recognized by ancient mystics, druids, shamans, and priestesses across many cultures. From an Akashic perspective, the end of October carries a vibrational signature that allows easier communion with ancestral spirits, elemental beings, interdimensional guides, past and future timelines. This was never meant to be a time of fear, but rather a sacred reunion, a moment of reflection, reverence, and integration with those on the other side of the veil. 2. Samhain, the Root Festival. The roots of Halloween lie in the Celtic festival of Samhain, pronounced Samhain, which predates Christianity and was observed by ancient druids. Samhain honored the end of the harvest, death of the solar cycle, the new year of the soul in contact with ancestors and spirit guides, energetic purification before the winter descent. During Samhain, bonfires were lit to clear karma, offerings were made to nature spirits, and people would wear masks, not to scare others, but to symbolize ego death and shape-shifting, merging with spirit. 3. The church reframes it, All Hallows' Eve. As Christianity expanded, the church absorbed and reframed many of the pagan rites. To reclaim control over spiritual celebrations, it instituted All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows' Day, on November 1st, to honor saints and martyrs. Thus, October 31st became All Hallows' Eve, later shortened to Halloween. But the core essence, communing with the beyond, honoring the unseen, and embracing death as a transition, remained embedded in its bones. 4. The shadow hijacking, fear and consumerism. Over centuries, the deeper mystical codes of Halloween were distorted. From the Akashic perspective, this distortion was not accidental, it was an energetic hijacking. Entities invested in maintaining fear-based programming inverted the energy of this sacred day. Instead of facing death with reverence, we were conditioned to fear it. Instead of honoring ancestors, we were given horror films, gore, and disembodiment. Instead of ceremony, we were offered consumption and performance. Why? Because this time of year naturally opens portals of remembrance, and remembrance is power. If people remembered who they were across lifetimes, they would no longer be easy to control. What the costumes really meant. In the original codes, costumes were not for entertainment. They were energetic tools, shape-shifting into animal totems or spirit guides, wearing veils or masks to journey between worlds, dressing as ancestors or mythical beings to anchor their frequencies. People became symbols of what they wished to embody, clear, or call forth in the new soul year. 6. Modern Halloween of fractured reflection. Today's Halloween still holds fragmented memory of the original rites. Children going door to door for treats mimics the ancient practice of offering food or gifts to ancestral spirits and nature beings in exchange for blessings or protection. The key difference? In ancient times, Halloween was ritualized with presence and purpose. Now, it is performed through cultural amnesia, but the energy portal remains open every year. 7. Akashic invitation, reclaiming the holy night. From the Akashic perspective, Halloween is one of the most spiritually potent nights of the year, not because of what is seen, but because of what can be felt. Ways to honor the original purpose: set up an ancestor altar with candles, herbs, food, and photographs. Write letters to your past lives or to departed loved ones. Meditate by firelight and ask, what parts of me are ready to die? Wear a costume that reflects your next level self, your guide, or your inner child. Listen closely in dreams. Messages are clearer at this time. Summary. According to the Akashic records, Halloween originated as a sacred stargate, not a party. It honored death as transition, not fear, as it was a ritual of remembrance, not escapism, and its power lies in how we choose to engage it now. When reclaimed consciously, Halloween becomes not a night of fear, but a threshold of awakening. A place where soul and spirit walk together under the thinning veil, and where the living remember that they are more than just their flesh.
According to the Akashic records, what is the best way for us to commune with elemental forces and the ancestors on Halloween? Please give us a detailed breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, Halloween, or what many ancient lineages knew as Samhain, is one of the most spiritually fertile nights to commune with elemental forces and the ancestors, because the energetic veil between the realms becomes exquisitely thin. But this communion is not casual, it is ceremonial, and the energy one brings determines the depth of the contact. Here's how to approach this sacred threshold. Create a ritual space, threshold between worlds. Before any communion can happen, you must open a portal, not outwardly, but inwardly. You are not calling spirits randomly, you are tuning your frequency to meet those who are already near. Set the space with sacred intent, cleanse the area with smoke, sage, mugwort, copal, or pine resin. Light a black candle to absorb shadow, and a white candle to invite divine presence. Lay down natural elements, earth, stones or soil, fire, candles, water, a bowl, and air, feathers or incense. Use symbols of the ancestors, photos, heirlooms, or names on paper, and offerings for elementals. Fresh herbs, nuts, sweet fruits, milk, or honey. The key is reverence. Your heart opens the gate. To call in the elementals, earth, air, fire, water, ether. Elemental forces are not just metaphors, they are conscious, responsive beings. On Halloween, they are especially present and willing to engage when honored properly. To commune, face each direction: east air, south fire, west water, north earth, and center spirit ether. Speak or whisper to each one. Invite them to join with you. Thank them for what they bring. For example, spirits of the east, sacred winds and breath of new life, I honor you. Spirits of the west, waters of emotion and memory, flow through me tonight. Listen, pause, let their energy move into your field. Offer a small libation, a bit of water, wine or herbs to the earth as a gift in return. 3, call in the ancestors, those known and unseen. The ancestors are not just your bloodline. They include soul family, spiritual guides, and ancient teachers who have walked before you. On Halloween, they can step through the veil to offer wisdom, healing, and realignment. To commune, light a candle for each ancestor you wish to invite, or one central flame to represent them all. Say their names aloud if you know them. If not, speak from the heart. To the ancestors of my blood, spirit, and soul lineage, I honor you. I welcome your presence in love and integrity. Offer something meaningful: food, drink, a letter, or music they loved. Then sit in stillness. They speak softly through sensation, memory, image, or sudden knowing. Ask for guidance or realignment. Halloween is a mirror. What you ask for echoes into deep spiritual corridors. You may ask, what karmic energy am I ready to release before winter? What gift do my ancestors want me to remember? Which elemental force am I disconnected from? What part of my soul am I reclaiming this season? Write down what arises. You may be surprised at the clarity. Protect the space and close with gratitude. After communion, always thank all beings who arrived and close the portal with respect. Say something like, I thank the elementals and ancestors for their wisdom, presence, and blessing. May you return in peace. This space is now sealed and sovereign. Snuff out the candles. Bury any offerings in the earth as a gesture of return. Bonus practices for deeper connection. Mirror gazing by candlelight. Elementals and ancestors often appear subtly through reflective portals. Sleep with mugwort under your pillow to receive ancestral messages in dreams. Sing or drum softly in rhythm to call the elements into your body. Fast or eat lightly before the ritual to keep your senses clear and your energy receptive. Final note from the Akashic Field elementals: respond to harmony, presence, and love, not force. Ancestors respond to sincerity, remembrance, and humility, not fear. Halloween is not about pretending to be someone else. It's about remembering who you are across all timelines. So when you commune on this holy night, you are not just calling spirits. You are calling your own forgotten wisdom home,